Morning, Norm.
Good morning, Norm, to the ladies and gentlemen that are tuning in this early Monday morning. Wow. Are you wake up?
That's
Are
right.
you awake? Are you wake up?
I'm awake. Look at my eyes. My eyelashes grew last night, and I was just too tired to cut them this morning, so I just left them for y'all. But normally I cut them after they grow this long. But it's been a whole week. It was a
Well,
lot of stress.
well, I tell you, people are looking right at your face. So people are looking right at your face.
People. Well, how are
And
you doing, Chip Felix? What's going on
oh,
with you?
I am doing absolutely wonderful. The stock market is up, it is down, you know. Now is the great time to be a Bitcoin millionaire if you find yourself with $1 million in Bitcoin. Let's find out. Let's find out who the lucky person is. And will you be
Who
my
is the
friend?
lucky person? I gotta tell you, I did it. I did a little bit, just very little bit, a few years ago, and I'm glad that I did. It's not a
Fantastic.
lot of money at all, but it's like three or four or five times the starting point. Um,
Well, I love spending money, and unfortunately, I can't let go of it for more than, more than 2 weeks at a time. That's because I love gambling in Vegas.
oh my goodness, I love me a gambler. I do. I do.
It is an
One day
addiction.
I'm gonna have to jump onto Las Vegas with you.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely. I
well,
get all the comps at the Golden Nugget,
oh my
Fremont
God.
Street.
Wow. Well,
That's right.
I am so oh my goodness, you're just making me giggle.
Oh,
Um,
well, we'll have a great time. We'll have a great time.
well, morning Norm to y'all. We got the news for you this morning.
That's right.
Monday morning. But let's talk about last Wednesday morning in Washington, D.C.
Very
Guess
exciting.
what? Joe Biden was inaugurated as the new president of the United States of America. In his inauguration speech, President Biden called for unity in a divided nation with the sapient words, "Come on, man, peanut butter and jelly can get along. Why can't we?"
Well, I'm sure this was a huge sigh of relief for many people around the world, and also, it was also completely predictable. I think a huge sigh of relief, meaning that there was no second round of the insurrection, nor no sort of Proud Boy coup, 2.0 or something like that. But hey, I'm sure even the Trump family knew that they had to move out at some point in time. So, hey, just want to put everyone in freak out mode and inconvenience a lot of moving companies.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I have to say, I thought it was refreshing. I almost forgot what a real president's supposed to sound like. It was as if we emerged from the depths of hell, and then when they showed the picture of Trump again, I was like, how did we ever go through that for the last 4 years? How did we even believe a single thing about that man? Anyways, it was like a joke ended, and we entered back into reality for a second. I don't know what's really going to happen, but
Oh,
it did feel like
absolutely.
that for me.
It's all still up for debate on whether or not any of these taxes that we pay are doing a damn thing, but just paying for unemployment. I'm
Right.
kidding. I'm
Exactly.
kidding. Well,
That's
check.
right. You better get out of your job, get that free unemployment,
It's true.
get your money back. All right. Sorry.
People
Sorry.
are no, people are making a lot of money. Well, check this out. Some Republicans, Arizona Republicans, have passed legislation censuring members of their own party, Governor Doug Ducey, former Senator Jeff Flake, and Cindy McCain for their public opposition to Trump. The censure appears to be a largely symbolic response to their entirely symbolic rebukes against Trump.
Or AKA 2021 witch hunts. I mean, we're still
We all
burning
need
them
something
at
to
the
do.
stake, right? Except now we label it censure. in 2021.
Yeah,
I do like how we just sort of do the same old thing. We just package it a little differently.
yeah.
There's
It's
no fire.
just
They're
different
like,
people are lying to us now.
that's right.
It's true. It's true. Well, this is rich. This is just Republican Golf Club with only white members rich, okay? The party that claims freedom of speech and Ford trucks it seems to be falling behind, with their own mini version of a PC culture. Hey, listen, it's okay to admit that you got a couple bad eggs. It's okay to admit that you got a couple extremists, in your book club or your Bible study. Hey, just look at the Mormons, okay? Even they said, "Hey, that's too many wives. You gotta stop it. Stay
That's
on a
right.
compound.
That's
Segregate."
right.
I'm kidding. I'm
Segregate.
kidding.
Right. Well, rather than talking in person like adults, President Trump left a note for incoming President Joe Biden before departing the White House. Trump left the letter on the president's desk in the Oval Office along with the phrase, Joe sucks and Kamala still smells like farts, etched in the wood. Also, we couldn't read it because everything was spelled wrong. I'm sure if he could have,
I'm
he would
sure.
have booby trapped the whole White House.
Well, for being anti-establishment, that the man surprisingly held on to some interesting traditions. Leaving a letter, for the next president to read, and seemed to be an interesting tradition that Trump wanted to take part in. Hey, uh, when we say short and sweet, I'm sure that this note was short and sweet. I'm sure that we all mean that he spent a fortune on the stationery, asked if congratulations had a D in it, and then wrote it in 30 seconds. Also signed it saying, "See you next year, Donnie."
Not
Donnie, baby.
a baby.
I just, I think he gave it the same reverence as as a Valentine's Day gift, letter, or what am I thinking? A Valentine's Day card, or or
No, a letter. I like the letter. I like the letter. I wish someone would send me a letter on Valentine's Day.
absolutely, absolutely. Well, we gotta make sure that people are taking care of each other and write new
That's right.
letters, writing new letters, Clark.
Writing
We gotta
letters.
be,
Nobody writes letters anymore.
we
Well,
need
they
to.
write texting messages. I guess it's sort of like a letter.
It's all we have. That's all. Well, people were doing a little bit more than writing to their representatives over in Russia in a demonstrating against the Kremlin in Russia. Tens of thousands of protesters called for the release of opposition leader Alexei Navalny from jail. Over 3,000 protesters were arrested and jailed after alarming Russian government officials with outrageous demands for fair trials and human rights.
Well, it doesn't surprise me.
Shows.
There are a bunch of Russians who have even moved to America. And guess what? They're all on Bumble. I mean, every other guy that I meet is from Russia. And guess what? His dad was in the KGB, or as the Russians say, the
I'm
KGB.
starting to think
The
that's a
Kud-
pickup line. I'm starting. I'm just. It's. Hey. It's a competitive pool in Los Angeles. So
You
I
might be
understand. You gotta
right
have a leg
because
up.
every single one has said it, and of course, it turned me on.
Oh, of course, of course. Well, I mean, protesting for Alexei Navalny, who was poisoned and then walked off the poison. Now that's very Russian. Hey, they finally have their own George Floyd, but that they can look up to, that they can relate to. Russians everywhere, you know, even more famous than arrest, a famous poisoning. Not very many Russians live to enjoy the fame of their poisoning.
Right,
Sorry,
right.
just very excited.
Well, those Russians. I mean, they're kind of like Like you can do anything to them and they still live right through that. You can pound a big hammer on their head and knock them out and they'll get back up and live. But their lifespan, I hear, is only until 60 or 70 years old because of the amount of vodka that they drink. Unless you're not a drinker and you have to be very strict about it. And I've so this is the research that I've been doing on these Russians that are coming
Oh
in
my.
and infiltrating America.
Well, thank you for
You're
doing the
welcome.
research that
You're
we
welcome.
need, Kark.
That's right. I mean, I give you research just like the Pack Theater will give you the same information that you need to know about learning comedy.
Hmm, that is true.
So right now, we'll go ahead. We'd like to thank the Pack Theater.
Don't forget about the Pack Theater, Pack Dash Theater. Toss them a dollar, toss them five to keep them alive in 2021. Please, it's a wonderful small business that is home to many comedians. It will give places like some comedians that we know, i.e., let me pull it up. Here we go. Garrett Mendez, Jolene Kim, and Zach Hillman. Wonderful comedians that work on this show. We've heard great things. Don't forget about the writers like April Lotshaw and Blake Over. Thank you very much for your hard work. And Jolene Kim, if you're feeling extra generous, why don't you sign up for her Patreon? Patreon.com/Jolene Kim. She's got characters. She's got all sorts of various personalities that she's ready to figure herself out.
Come on, y'all. Just throw in $1 for $5 for 2021. Keep her alive. Keep her alive as well.
Oh man, oh man, that's just well, yeah, everyone's good. Everyone's good. Also, congratulations to Tampa Bay. I believe they are killing it in the World Series. Um,
Oh,
no, they're not. It's not the World
nice.
Series right now, but they're just it's a good mood tonight. It's a good mood.
It's a good
Uh,
move.
um, well, speaking of good moods, the people of London and 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 Ireland and Scotland and everyone in the British Isles, I think, would definitely have their stake in this decision. In the wake of Brexit, Britain's fishing industry has taken a major economic hit. Due to major uncertainties on imports and exports without clear market guidelines, the Scottish fishing industry in particular has seen hundreds of pounds of fish rot before ever going to market. Prime Minister Boris Johnson has defended Brexit, saying there is no connection between Brexit and the industries it was designed to impact. Okay? Absolutely
Damn.
none. Oof.
Yo, Brits, you
Oof.
are wasting all that good sushi. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You know how many Los Angelinos would eat all that sushi and not
The,
let it go to waste?
I mean, it's think of how many novelty British pubs don't have fish and chips right now, or have subpar fish and chips, or not enough fish. I just don't. I thought
That's true. Fish
I
and
thought we were a
chips.
country that liked to consume, and didn't we care more about consuming first than about each other? We should have been prepared for this, So I feel sorry for these fishermen. It's too bad that they couldn't vote themselves out of a Boris Johnson to get out of a Brexit. That racist bigotry will just have to be a part of the stain forever.
Right. I guess it's because they don't eat
Too real.
sushi that they didn't have all these 26 things that they have to sign in order to get the fish shipped over. That's what happened once they did this Brexit thing. I don't know. I read about it. Go read about it. Go find out more about it. If you don't know about it, go learn about it.
Well,
I'll tell you something. I'll tell you
definitely.
something about New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
New Zealand has its first suspected suspected COVID case since last November 2020. Although the individual in question has yet to show a positive test result, officials are taking every precaution to prevent spread, making New Zealand now the home of two fictional worlds, the Lord of the Rings, and a place where the government cares. God damn. I've
Well,
never been there, but that will be my next trip.
yeah, we gotta go, Kark. We gotta find some way to get onto that island, or either one of those islands, because there's actually two.
I'll
And
go with you. Let's go. I want to go to New Zealand. I
I
want to
want to see
get over
penguins.
there.
I want to see some penguins. I want to, and yeah, maybe throw in some Lord of the Rings in
I
there
want to
too.
see
Why
some
not?
kiwis.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Show me some kiwis. They got black sand beaches. They got some crazy, crazy stuff down there. So, uh, definite
I'm there.
weird and surreal landscapes.
Sounds like a wonderful place to be.
Well, it sounds like yes. It sounds like a delicious wild place. New Zealand. Gotta go. We gotta go.
Yummy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we as we conclude our show, we do want to bring light to an interesting fellow in the entertainment industry that has moved on to bigger and better things in the world and in this universe. Larry King has passed on at 87 years old. That is unfortunate here. An iconic broadcaster has passed away after decades in the media. King is remembered as one of the greatest interviewers of all time, from the first recordings on papyrus scrolls of his career.
Mm.
I was a little slow.
Ironically, that's right. I'm sorry. What was that?
I was just a little slow on the read there. That's all.
Oh, okay. Okay. Ironically, his death wasn't a big hit on social media. Too soon.
True.
I don't know. I I think everyone is over old white men dying. However, I just want to throw this out there. I think we may have forgotten, but he did have 6 wives.
That is true. That is true. And I think definitely had a scandal or two on his come across his desk for harassment. If I'm
That's right.
possibly, possibly.
Recently, right? We've discovered this recently in the Me Too movement. Later part of it.
Well, I yeah, believe, I believe it. If was if he was a dirty old man, it probably happened.
He looks like a dirty old white, creepy white man. I mean, if you didn't know who he was, I do believe his first impression gives you a creepy old white man, or it does to me at least.
Oh well, I think he's definitely a weird old man with suspenders, and I think he'll be remembered very, very strangely. In my memories, I will never forget him in the Marlon Brando interview,
Oh,
where he kept being interrupted.
I don't remember. Oh,
And kept going,
when
kept
when
getting
Marlon Brando was
sidetracked.
older.
It was a dirty mess. It was a dirty mess. I was trying to show people, but
I don't think
it's
I
just
would
mostly
want
Marlon talking at this moment in time. But
I'll check
anyways,
that out.
ladies and gentlemen, I hope we all remember Larry King in some way, shape, or form. Hopefully, it's a good costume, good Halloween costume. So if you're ever looking to not just be any old man, you got to be the oldest man, the man who was born old, Larry King.
You gotta be a king. Be a king.
Well, the producers are the producers
Oh,
are cutting up their scarves right now. They're just
oh my goodness.
yeah, they're
Are
just
they
getting
just
ready.
slapping you? Are
Oh,
they slapping you?
oh my well,
Slapping you.
they're revving up chainsaw and they're starting with scarves, but
I don't know what
they're about to
side you're
move
on.
on to the tunics. Oh dear Lord. Well, it looks like we got to wrap this show up, but we still have to solve what is the best alcohol to drink in 2021
Oh
and
my
go.
goodness.
Well, that's easy, okay?
I
It's
mean,
my
the
own blood.
strongest
Okay, that's
one
the
that you
best
can
alcohol to drink.
find.
Okay, it's not
If you
only
get
is it
beer, make sure it's
contain alcohol, but it's actually
an
already fermented
expensive one
because